Now tuning in to Earbud Media. Audio for everyone.
I never understood vertical monitors, and then I started working in tech, and now I do want a vertical monitor, actually.
I do see the appeal, but they just look so goofy to me.
They do. The thing is that they do look goofy. You are correct.
Yeah. And, like, respect, you know.
Yeah.
But
I don't even work on code. I just work on documents, and I would like it, though.
Yeah, I just want to read it big and tall. Is that a crime?
Yeah. I just want to make my font really big. And sometimes I do want that I do want that vertical, actually. Can I dream, you know?
Can a gal dream? Is it illegal to dream?
Welcome to Into the Twilight. This episode is brought to you by Angel Numbers.
Fuck. Yeah. Don't it always seem to go. Yeah.
I just constantly am imagining that motherfucker that we were talking about from Nathan For You's show.
Oh, yeah, the rehearsal. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think about him every day.
Yeah. He's my guiding light.
I just hope he's okay. So there's been no break on y'all's end, but there has been on our end. So it's been a while.
Yeah.
We wanted to take just a respectful pause for the Chicago bridge poop accident.
Yeah, I had to celebrate, you know. I had to take some time to truly, like, pay
just a couple weeks.
just to the Dave Matthews Band.
Right, no,
and just revel in it. Yeah.
Just to go spread the gospel and make sure people were aware. How are you?
I'm chilling. I'm loving life. I'm here. Listen, both of our happy things were spiritually and literally connected. Because
I love when this happens.
Yeah, and I figured you were going this route, so I said yes and. Because we have not been able to talk to each other outside of texting about the Olympics. And by the time you're watching this, the Olympics, like, just ended. So this is our in memoriam, this is our debrief. Things that are very important to us. And I, naturally, have been spellbinded by the concept of breakdancing at the Olympics in general. Yeah. But particularly my love, my light, Raygun.
Dr. Raygun.
Dr. Rachel Gunn, who professionally in the world of breaking does go by Raygun, which is really something to me, made her Olympic debut, as did the whole sport at this year's Olympics, and truly did some awe-inspiring things that I've never seen in my life. And it's beautiful. It's the most Australian, like, millennial shit I've ever seen, of being like, hey, listen, it's tough, like, and also, like, her being, like, PhD, like, cultural studies, particularly in, like, academia of, like, dance and performance, particularly breaking, is incredibly funny, because you can really see the divide between academia and, like, you know, doing the thing.
Very literally book smarts, not street smarts.
Yeah, and listen, she's putting some shit on there that I'm inspired by. You know, she's throwing moves I didn't even know were possible, right? She's just flapping around on the floor like Magikarp. Like, no. In a way that is truly, like, really important to me. And as
yeah.
She won the event. She got no points, but she won the event.
She won the SEO event, yeah.
She won everything, because I know everything about her now, and I kind of want to follow her to the ends of the earth. I would fight and battle for her.
Mm-hmm. With every Olympic sport, right? I'm talking a lot of shit, but, like, she's in her 30s and her knees work, so, like, I can't say fuck all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, and this is not a judgment. Like, I think she's doing incredible things. Was it the stage for it? Perhaps not. But, like, she was
No.
even talking afterwards, and it's like, listen, I'm just putting my art on the stage right there. You know, I'm just doing shit y'all have never seen before, and the judges, maybe they don't connect with that, and that's chill. I'm now here doing art, and you know what? Go off, girl. You know? And it's beautiful because Twitter especially talking about it, and, like, the discourse article machine that has inspired this for some reason has been like, you know, hey, listen, she's working really hard, like, we shouldn't dog on her. And it's like, listen.
No, we should.
Right. And also, you do not become this kind of woman who goes to the Olympics at 36 after, like, literally becoming a, like, academic scholar and master in breakdancing with the idea that, like that any comment would get to her skin. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
she is like indestructible in terms of, I think, her willpower and, like, her sense of self. Like, I don't think you could say anything to her that would actually hurt her feelings. You know what I mean? Like, you don't become that kind of person without being like, this is literally who I am. I've done so much of my academic and professional life in breakdancing in Australia.
Yeah, you
And,
think
like,
that a 36-year-old graduate candidate can be broken by your online criticism? Nice try. Nice try.
Right, yeah. Like, I think anyone who has survived grad school is stronger than me, just by nature. You know what I mean? Because it's a
Correct.
foolish error. It's a foolish endeavor in general to your spirit and mind and everything.
Yeah, they are naturally, like, masochistic. So,
Yeah.
good luck.
Completely. So it's like, I think we can have a little fun here and appreciate the artistry being put before us.
It was such a good... The Olympics are already, like, such a great time to be on Twitter. This moment in particular was one of my favorites, was to see people be like, now wait a fucking second. Breakdancing
Right.
is in the Olympics all at the same time?
Yeah.
This is the only sport with an MC, and I think that's powerful.
Yeah, more sports should have MCs.
Why doesn't dressage have an MC?
Yeah, like, I appreciate live commentary from, like, professionals or whatever, but I
Right.
want to see some razzin up there. I want to see someone hot in the mic up there.
Yeah, why doesn't table tennis have a hype man? What the hell?
Yeah. Come on, let's get the energy up, guys. Let's go. We're having fun here. It's summer fun.
Right, exactly. First of all, why isn't, like, Jenga? Why isn't Jenga a sport? And why doesn't Jenga have a hype man?
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
I'm obsessed with it. I saw some things saying that allegedly it is not confirmed if breaking will come back for LA.
I have not heard that it's in 2028 now.
Yeah, so if this is our first and only representation of breaking on the Olympic stage, I will be disappointed, but I will be happy because I'm glad of the product that we received.
Just a lightning in a bottle moment.
Yeah, we had to be there, you know? And I love it. So I'm obsessed with Raygun. Shout out Raygun. I hope you made Australia and the world proud.
The fucking judges with their bucket hats killed me. It
God,
killed me.
so sick. So funny. How are you doing, my friend?
Oh my god. I'm here. I've been so Olympics pilled.
Yeah.
This is my favorite thing. It's what I look forward to every 2 years, but especially the Summer Olympics. I wanted to bring something, but prior to me knowing what you were going to bring, I was like, I want to talk about it, but I don't want to get too deep in the paint.
Yeah.
So, this really is hard. It's hard for me to, because I fucking love sports, but I don't love our country. And so it's hard. Yeah. It's hard.
Yep.
But I wanted to talk about, and I'm surprised that I hadn't talked about this Twitter account before, because I've been a fan of them for a really long time. I want to talk about the Twitter account Art But Sports.
Hell yeah.
It is so difficult to find accounts that are, one, really good, but also nowadays aren't AI generated or have some AI component. What this creator, whose name is hard to find intentionally, but whose name is LJ, does is so autistic coded, and I love it so much, is take really, like, in the moment things about sports. So I originally found him, I think, last year during football season. And he really badgers people for photographers' names. He's really important about trying to credit photographers. And in the moment, he doesn't search databases, but from memory, will compare those photos to art and put them side by side on Twitter. And that is, one, not only exposed me to a lot of beautiful pieces of art, but they're usually fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that that's,
and like the speed
great.
At which
this
person is
able
unreal. To match it and post it is so impressive. Like, it's always like within seconds almost. Like, it's bananas.
He has to. I watched one video that he's posted where he's actually like shown his face, said his name, where he's actually said like his process. He must have like a photographic memory.
Yeah.
For how this works. But I agree, the speed is unreal, because the one that I shared here is from Shikari just a couple of days ago in the relay, and it was within minutes. I think the longest part of the process for him is badgering people to get the credit of the photographer.
Yeah.
But he will know instantly, like, here's the name of the art that I'm comparing it to. And I love it. I think that it's a great way to show, one, sports. Usually when he's posting about like baseball and football, I don't usually watch those in the moment, but I think they're funny. But for the Olympics, it's been great because I see the moment happen on my TV, and then a couple minutes later, homeboy has an artistic piece that he automatically knew it was related to. And I'm like, how did you do this? And for him to know, one, this is not an AI generated account, but it's exposing people to art. I want to see an exhibition of these. I would love to see an exhibition of these. I love this human. I think that he's doing great work. This is a very interesting way to expose people to the arts. Thank you for your service. And also, what a great time. The Olympics must be a great time for him, of just like, feed me with content. But also, I imagine he's not sleeping a lot. So thank you for your service, LJ. I hope someone sent you like pizza or coffee.
Yeah, for real. Your service has been unmatched.
Yeah. But it also just reminds me that a lot of people post photos, not just like screenshots of their TV or whatever, but like professional photos, and they don't credit the photographers. So do that. Yeah. Because I've seen a lot of the photographers on screen. You should credit those people. That's hard work. Yeah. I would love to see a documentary about Olympic photographers.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because the way that I've seen them like balancing their laptops on their knees and post those so quickly, I want their story.
Yeah, seriously.
But thank you, Olympics. You've been a mess, but there have been some good things that have come out of you, like Raygun and the Muffin Man. So thank you. We have two pieces of news here. One is a squeakquel from Justin Kroll. Could you tell the class about some movie news?
Yes, thank you, Justin Kroll at Deadline, for always being on the Robert Pattinson casting beat. We love to see it.
Thank you.
And this is still like early discussions, so like nothing is confirmed yet, but there are conversations of Robert Pattinson and Zendaya to be in a new A24 movie called The Drama, from Christopher Borgley, I think is how you say his name.
Yeah, that looks
He did Dream Scenario with Nick Cage, which was pretty decent. I enjoyed that on a plane. But this just like this pairing of people is
strong like eyebrows.
It's a strong eyebrow. It's a strong like bisexual, you know, mousetrap, you know, like type deal. I am very like interested in it. I would like to see them in a little drama-y type A24 beat movie together.
The basic log line here is it's a romance that takes an unexpected turn before a couple's big day.
Yeah.
But that could be anything.
Right. there's so many interpretations. What do you mean? What's going on?
But
I think
these two in a romance, I'm in. Say less.
Yeah, and Mr. Borgley is known for doing. It's like a little kind of not particularly spoopy, but like anxious or like a lot of stillness feeling kind of stuff. So I think that could be an interesting vehicle for both of these people. I'm very curious.
We have said this many times over the last few months, but Rob is so booked and busy.
Yeah, he has taken all the jobs, and not even in a way that's like rent is due. Like these actually seem like good jobs.
Yeah,
like he's got the upper hand here, which I appreciate and love for him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of these are still up in the air, like really vague at this point, but all of the ones that we've shared, I'm in. I'm excited.
Yeah. I am very excited.
Tell me more.
Yeah.
This last piece is not new, but it was brought to my attention. I think I just needed a reminder about how good we used to have it. It was brought to my attention the Monday through Friday, like 8 o'clock TV slot of the CW. So I went and looked back in season 2 for the Vampire Diaries, which would have been the 2011 to 2012 season. So thank you to the CW Wiki for your archival nature. You were doing the Lord's work. And I was not previously aware of just how good we had it with new content coming out every day. And I miss it so much.
Yeah, remember when channels were stacked like this every single weekday and weekend, or weekday?
When we got 22 episode television shows daily.
Oof.
So this season specifically, their 8 o'clock slot, Monday was Gossip Girl. Tuesday was 90210.
Oh.
Wednesday was America's Next Top Model / One Tree Hill. Thursday was the Vampire Diaries, obviously.
Yeah, duh.
And then Friday, depending on the season, was Nikita / Supernatural. I remember it being Supernatural because I didn't watch Nikita. This was obviously a really bad time for the economy.
Sure. Yeah.
But a really good time for television, specifically.
Yeah. We were eating good, for sure.
We were eating good, and I think it is important context when we are looking at the show to remember, because I've seen a lot of people talking about either dissing and or missing filler episodes, and I need you all to just remember when y'all are talking about shows right now that only have like 8 or 10 episodes to demand more. Demand more, because we used to have it so good, and that was just the default.
We can still do this. We can have this. We deserve it.
We deserve it, and more importantly, the entertainment industry of like writers, directors, less so director, but like all of the union folks deserve that work, and not just like a season of television every 3 years that has 8 episodes kind of thing. But it was helpful. It was helpful context when trying to distract myself from how painful this season finale was.
Yeah, this was sick and twisted.
Especially coming off of the last episode, the penultimate one, which for us, I watched a couple weeks ago and tried to forget how painful that was. I had put it out of my mind in a little box. And so when I got to this, I was like, oh no, we're gonna watch this where Damon's gonna die. Fuck. I don't want to watch this.
Deep in the feelings here.
Yeah. I don't want to come back from a break and have to deal with this pain. That's the worst. So I was very grateful for the recap to remember, like, Elijah chose Klaus, Damon got bit, Jenna's gone girl. Thank you for this recap. Appreciate it so much. How did this season finale do you?
I'm in pain.
Yeah.
Damon Salvatore, it's on site if I see you on the street. One of my first notes
just a running punch.
Yeah.
I'm just...
Yeah. Like, one of my first notes here is, Damon, no, don't kill yourself, you're so sexy. You know what I mean? Like, that was the energy for much of this episode. Because, like, the beginning, like, kind of montage, he's going through it, right? Because even last episode, he was, like, leaving the funeral and is like, bye, bitches, you'll never see me again. This is over. Like,
Yeah.
don't tell Elena, but, like, this bite is gonna kill me in any second. And so we still kind of ride in that energy of, like, what if I drink and also try to put alcohol on my wolf wound? That'd be cool and good. Or just like, what if I just stand in the sun and let it rip, baby? I'm sick of this life. And Stefan is like, hey bud, how about we don't do that? Like, how about
That
we
is
relax?
that is a great reminder. I don't know how we're going to be able to talk about this finale without self-harm.
Yeah,
in multiple
there's
forms.
a lot. That's
like,
kind of the whole thing here.
That is
so.
That's like this whole 42 minutes.
Yeah.
There's gun violence.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of those are the main ones. Oh, well, there's a lack of consent, of biting.
Yeah.
Those are the main ones that I can think of. That's mostly this show, I will say.
Yeah.
But specifically this episode, that's like the main...
It's pretty heavy than this one.
It's
yeah,
pretty
so
it's pretty heavy throughout. Did I say gun violence? That one
Yes.
too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. That part that you just mentioned though, felt particularly really hard to handle after we had just watched season 2 of Interview with the Vampire.
Oh my god.
Because it was like frame by frame, Louis and Armand.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to throw my television. What if I just...
like, I can't do this shit anymore.
I cannot watch this again. It was too much to do, actually.
Yeah.
Especially with them choosing Ingrid Michaelson's Turn to Stone.
Oh my god. Get out of here.
It was a good choice. Was it very on the nose? Yes. But it's just, anytime that I hear Ingrid Michaelson's voice, I start crying. And so to start this episode off crying was just not good for my mental health, I think.
Yeah.
I hate it.
And then the tears kept coming, you know? There was no relief.
There was no relief.
Outside of, like, I guess the town's, like, racist Gone with the Wind party in the background.
Jesus
Being like,
Christ.
it's like, you know, it's like, hey, let's eat a sandwich out on the, you know, steps. But outside of that, pretty bummer city here going on. And even that, by nature, a little bit of a bummer, given
Caroline
the state of the world.
Grabbing a megaphone and saying vampire loudly, like...
Girl.
She was so... There were other people on picnic blankets next to Jeremy and Elena, and she had no intention of, like, lowering her voice in that moment.
Actually,
But,
no,
you know,
there is another thing of levity that I remember is, it's not even, like, intentionally so, but I'd always just find it funny because at this point, you know, everyone's trying to, like, find a cure. Stefan's working overtime to be like, I gotta help my bro, you know? And he's working with Bonnie because he's like, you do witch stuff, you can figure something out, or we can talk to the witches or whatever. And just this one moment where she's, like, focusing, getting in the zone, and, like, the candles are flickering, and his face is just like, what? Like, it's just so, like, he's always so impressed by the least impressive witch things, which I just love like tremendously, because I would also be like that, of being like, whoa, the candles are flickering, spooky, and it's so good every time. It's happened multiple times, and this one is just like, ooh, what's she doing? It's like, she's a witch. Can we just like, this is her whole thing. This happens every time. She walks in and focuses up. It's so
made
funny,
me
though.
There was a moment that made me laugh. I was like crying, but in a good way at this moment. It was at the end with Rick and Jeremy, when he was mocking what Bonnie said. So
it's like, and after that.
there were like very slight moments of levity.
Yeah. There's a little bit of razzing, which I appreciated. Yeah.
But for the most part, everything that people were doing, I was like, this is not a good time.
Yep.
This is not the time. Please stop. Please stop. I have had very complicated feelings about Liz this entire show. One, because of her job, obviously.
Yeah.
That is a major component of my
totally.
disdain for this woman. But also because the fact that like everything that Caroline does is not good enough for her mom.
Yeah.
This woman, because of the nature of her job, cannot figure out what the fuck is going on in this town. Yeah. And now she knows, right? So it's not even like season 1 where she has
all the information at her disposal.
Right, exactly.
You know?
She can't even blame it on like ignorance. Now she knows and she's still incompetent. This woman shoots a minor. So I can't even pretend in this fantasy show that you are a pretend good sheriff.
Right. Like, she doesn't even take 2 seconds to look. You know what I mean? Like, the way that, and like, that's also just speaks to the incompetency of cops, right? But like, in that scenario, right, she's like, oh my god, like, they're in here, it's at the grill, like, ha ha ha, we got him, right? And doesn't take a fucking second to be like, hey, that's not the person we're looking for. You know, like, very different people, like, fucking what?
Jeremy doesn't look anything like Damon.
Not even close. Are you kidding?
Jeremy doesn't wear a leather jacket.
Yeah. He's just a white guy. You know what I mean? Like, he's just
right,
there.
Exactly.
Like, they don't, like... And also, you know him. You know all these people very intimately, and, like, what they look like. And I know he was, like, turned
you
away
probably
or whatever,
saw Jeremy
still,
when he was born, girl.
Yeah. Like, and also, the grill at this point was, like, pretty sequestered off. Like, everyone was around
empty.
him. They had, like, people. It was empty. So, like, you didn't have to be all guns blazing, literally. And, like, just shoot at the exact second you go in there. It's like, this is already, like, a protected... Everything's in here, you know? Like, what are we doing?
You were the one with control here.
Yeah.
What? Why was your first
instinct... You have a weapon.
And also, you shot with a regular bullet.
Yeah.
You didn't even shoot with a wood... You didn't even shoot with a wood bullet, Liz.
The actual hesitancy to not use things that would, I don't know, kill or injure a vampire in this town, where they know, the police force and the mayor knows that that's, like, a problem here, has never not wild to me. It's like, does Rick just have the monopoly and it's just, like, overcharging for, like, oh, you want a wood billet? It's gonna run you extra. Sorry, bud. Maybe he doesn't do deals with cops,
gotta be,
whatever.
Right? That's why he was able to buy that handle of liquor on the grill.
Oh. Yeah. It's like, top shelf, baby, let's go.
He was wasted.
Yeah, he was not looking good.
It was like 2 p.m. and he was wasted.
Yeah, it's like, listen, I know your girlfriend's dead or whatever, but like, buddy, this is the classy place, you know? This is the one restaurant/bar in this town. How about everyone knows you here. Dial it back.
That scene with Rick and Damon, when Damon's like locked in the basement, And I love that moment because Rick's like, I'm not drunk enough for us to have this conversation where you're talking about both my girlfriend and my wife. So can you bring your glass here? I love that a lot.
That was very good.
There's a lot of incompetency in this episode that just required me to yell at my television. And usually, like, that is the nature of these shows, right? It wouldn't be an interesting television show if things worked out perfectly the first time. We have to have conflict. The problem is that when you hurt Jeremy, when the thing that I said 44 episodes ago becomes true, then I'm mad.
Yeah, it's personal now.
Because I didn't know what I knew 44 episodes ago when I said that he was going to die, was going to be at the hands of a cop who shot a human.
Right.
He didn't even want to go see the, quote, girl movie of Gone with the Wind. He didn't even want to be there.
Yeah, he could have just been at home playing Roblox, you know?
Oh my god. He just wanted to be sulking.
Yeah. I did appreciate, though, too, of him, you know, because he does die, but then he comes back. He's good. Everyone's fine. I mean, he's emotionally scarred for sure. Well, no. Right. But he does have this really beautiful moment that is very Twilight adjacent, in which he's Googling back from the dead? Question mark.
In Bing.
Which I think was beautiful. I love that. He's so baby girl. He's so Bella Swan. I love him.
I love him so much. I mean, the thing is I dog on him, but, like, I would do the same thing.
Yeah. He's like, I'm feeling a little weird. And Bonnie's like, yeah, dude, you were dead. You're not anymore. That's kind of, like, a very unique experience. I think you're okay to feel a little loopy. That's chill, you know? It's understandable.
I knew as soon as it happened, like, the first thing that I wrote, other than, hey, Liz, please don't shoot someone right in the chest. Because she's like, I wrote, like, did all of Jeremy come back?
Yeah.
And so for him to be able to see, for him to be able to fucking have a Sixth Sense moment.
God, I was about to throw my laptop out the damn window. What?
Is so Jeremy coded, because this is all he's ever wanted, is to confirm that he's, like, a weirdo. Yeah. And not normal. So thanks for that. But it also sets up a really weird precedent where if you kill a vampire, they're now ghosts. So we're setting up some really weird moral precedent here about their souls.
Yeah.
Because the Anna and Vicky didn't die in their house, but they're attached to Jeremy.
Right. Yeah.
So what the fuck does that mean?
I hate
Is it a Jeremy thing, or is it a, like, do you have
built different?
Is he built different? And he might be built different, you know what I mean? Because he's like he's like 16 maybe, and he's actually built like a 25-year-old. So he might be built different. But it ending on that sent me on a spiral about what is this trying to say?
Yeah.
Is he going to have a ghost girlfriend in season 3? Because I'm going to fucking lose it.
Listen, you know he's into that.
He's so into
shit.
It.
He's so into it. And, like, listen, if they're still, like, they're just going to be like the angel and devil on his shoulders a little bit. Like, why not, you know? Is that a crime? Is it a crime to fuck a ghost? You know?
It really fucked me up because Bonnie, like, first of all, writers, I know this isn't going to change anything because what I do know contextually about the show, if you could just please stop hurting Bonnie, that would be so dope.
Yeah, I know you won't listen.
But I know you won't listen based on what I do know about the show, but that'd be super dope.
Yeah, it hurts me
because
deeply.
Her ancestors turning against her, literally the only family she has left. Like, go fuck yourself.
Oh, you look so bad.
Like, she's done nothing wrong. Bonnie's perfect. So writers, go fuck yourselves. But she says, I love him. Which, like, how can you not love Jeremy?
Right.
Right? Here's the thing I'm worried about. She's projecting onto Jeremy of, like, I can fix him, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Jeremy loves...
Yeah.
He loves a supernatural girl. So if he can have a ghost TM moment with a ghost girlfriend of Anna...
God, if he
a vampire
breaks up with
ghost
Bonnie
girlfriend?
because he wants a ghost girlfriend, I will lose my goddamn mind.
Because Bonnie, sexy hot Bonnie, powerful, she's a witch.
Yeah.
That's one thing. But Anna, vampire and ghost, that's two things.
She's got the double, yeah.
She's got the double.
Yeah.
And Jeremy,
beat,
he is just he's just a teenager, right?
Yeah.
Simple-minded at best. He typed into Bing dead ? So
dead but not anymore ?
dead but eyes open ?
Dead but breathing.
And I don't blame him because I also watched Ghost and I freaked out. So that was pivotal.
Yeah.
If he has a ghost girlfriend, I'm gonna freaking lose it. Is all I'm gonna say.
I think we need to discuss the haunted horrors that is the Stefan side plot / main plot that is happening.
All I'm saying is that if you watched this show when it was coming out and you talked any shit about Supernatural, joke's on you, motherfuckers. You were watching Supernatural.
It's the same show.
It's the same show. Welcome to Soulless Sam here. This is a soulless Stefan.
Yeah.
Also, did we know that Stefan was a ripper of Monterey?
Yeah, right? Like, hello. Backstory. First of all, we all know that the Elijah Klaus situation was a trick, right? Like, we can all agree that was, like, obviously he was not going to show him his family. No, that was not going to... But Elijah was like, my brother's never lied to me before. He's a very trustworthy man. I feel good about this relationship. Mm-hmm. And of course, he's like, hey, man, I'm trying to help my bro, Damon. He got bit. He got the bite. You know what I mean? He's not looking great. I heard from the spirits that there's a cure. Could you help me out? And he's like, sure. One thing though, because I gotta handle this real quick. Let me just stab Elijah and kill him, and then I can do whatever I want with you.
That was so nasty.
I was so sick and twisted, but I kind of gagged for it. It was kind of a slay move because it's of course you're not gonna get. Nobody here is gonna get the answer they want because I'm playing my own fucking game. Fuck you.
Right,
with what I want.
Class is playing, 10-dimensional chess right now.
And, this is also a problem that we see so often with both Stefan and Damon, but particularly Stefan because he has, a hero complex or whatever. Yeah. And it's I can save everyone kind of type beat. But these dudes continue to make deals and promises with people that are actively trying to kill them, right? Mm-hmm. And I just think that's maybe not the way to go about this. I know there's not a lot of plan B, C options here. And however, overtly. Maybe don't trust.
Not secretly, overtly.
No, telling you to your face I'm gonna fuck you over type beat. And it's sure, I'll make a deal with the literal devil. Totally. I think that'll be good and I'll feel really good about it. Which is very annoying, but I did love there was a really great Klaus line where he was yeah, I mean, I could make a deal with you, but, I don't think you actually can offer me anything because you are just shy of useless. Ugh. And it was giving very, worst guy you know just made a great point, you know?
Yeah.
Because he's right. What has he got? He's got nothing.
He doesn't even have the deed to his house.
Yeah, yeah. He's homeless and broke and got no job and has no life skills.
He might have the title to his car.
Right. But he's got no property anymore. He's got nothing to barter with here. Exactly. Outside of his servitude as a fucking ripper for 10 years of his life. Hey, easy trade. That's a classic trade.
Klaus is queer. Yeah?
I think there's, something going on there for sure.
I think that is what initially, I mean, obviously, like, it's younger sibling energy that I think I picked up on most when it was, like, Rick Klaus versus, like, true Klaus or whatever the fuck this dude is now. But I think what initially confused me is that all I knew was seeing, like, ships of Klaus and Caroline. Mm-hmm. And so I had falsely assumed that Klaus was, like, straight. This Klaus does not play straight at all. I think that, like, no. I think that the writers may be trying to play him straight. This actor is not.
Definitely not.
And I don't know that the writers are necessarily trying to do, like, a queer-coded villain thing, per se. Yeah. But it's very strong energy of, like, I get very strong queer energy from this man.
Yeah, I feel that for sure.
And again, right? Like, you're immortal.
Right.
So, that makes sense to me. But there was a moment that I felt it more this episode, and I think that it was just because of the visual, where when he initially woke up in the forest, Homeboy looked like he was in Eden, and I was like, this is a little on the nose.
No, literally, I was like, what is this Adam and Eve type shit going on here right now? And also, why are all these brothers in the show so sexual around each other? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on?
Exactly. But it's just the Ripper thing was not what I was expecting. I guess I just didn't expect Stefan to go the, like, and it's not overtly soulless, right? It's not the same as, like, Sam, but, like, him turning dark side this early in the show, I wasn't expecting. Yeah,
that's definitely surprising.
But Paul does it so well that when we saw it before, I don't hate it because I like Paul this way.
Yeah, I think he really locks in when he's, like, especially, you know, earlier, I think, like, season 1 kind of vibes of, like, when he was super on his bender a little bit. And he's like, I'm good, I can handle it, I'm so sick. Like, he's better, I think, as a performer when he's in a more, like,
he is
compromised situation that is, like, going into, like, his worst vices and compulsions.
It is. So I'm interested because it's also something new.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how long it lasts because we've got the main trio is going to be split up at this point. The thing that I found really interesting about Klaus is that he presumably has all of his dead family locked in the storage facility. Yeah. Which is it's a really interesting component of his character that's, like, really fucked up and twisted, but in a different fucked up and twisted than we've seen from him before. There's something about it that I don't know how I feel about it, but I wasn't expecting to see it visualized. And I'm kind of obsessed with it. So thank you for visualizing. I don't know how it turns into the originals at some point, but I'm curious. I've been delaying talking about Damon.
Because it's painful. It sucks.
It sucks. I didn't expect Klaus's blood to be the answer.
Yeah, because that sweet hybrid blood, baby.
Yeah. Him doing it to Catherine was wild.
Yeah.
She, like, freaked out.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, I don't want to be here anymore.
It was so nice to be able to see at the end that she finally got to leave that room. She was so done.
Yeah, she was like, I've been promised by all these fools. They're like, for sure, next time we'll get you out of this compulsion lock, totally for sure. I have to do other things, though, so I gotta do that real quick. And she's like, I want to get out of this room so bad. I can't just be having this, you know, drinking and music partying every night. It's wearing off. It's getting old.
we already got to see what happens to Rose when she falls apart. So I knew that it was going to be painful.
Yeah.
But I was not emotionally invested in Rose. Mm-hmm. This sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no good. Straight up having a bad time right now.
It sucked really hard to see him not knowing what was past or present.
Dude, like that, the way they cut that was so diabolical. Of, like, the blending of Damon and Catherine from the past and currently Damon and Elena was so sick and twisted, it made me want to scream really loud.
And I feel like this was the first time that one of the town events actually made sense with the plot.
Yeah, right. It did like come to a head for sure in a relevant way.
Because of course Damon finally like gets out of the house. I thought there was a really beautiful moment of poetry where when he finally gets into the park, he falls into Jeremy's arms.
Yeah.
And those two have had like a really shitty interactions with each other throughout the show so far.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a beautiful moment that I really appreciated. I know why they did it for the show and the conflict, but him biting her in the present, I didn't like, specifically because the biting sounds, I felt like they really turned up the sound on that.
Yeah.
And I could have done without it, actually.
Yeah. And, like, I know they kind of have to set it up in this way for an Elena Damon thing to make sense, but, like, it does suck of, like, this is happening because Stefan is Gone Girl, trying to save his bro and risking everything to do that, while Damon is now in a lucid, basically drugged out state and not really sure what's up, what's down, and where he is, and to have that intimate moment happen because of those things rather than like I don't know, a natural inclination towards each other that they've had for a really long time sucked. You know, it sucked. It really does not it puts a little damper on the enjoyment of the situation, because it is not an enjoyable situation.
Right. Because honestly, at the beginning of this episode, when he went over to like make amends and apologize to her, the way that it was shot with all of the light, I thought it was a dream.
Right. Yeah, it felt very like not in the reality space. Mm-hmm. And even too, I also forgot of like this also kind of mirrors when Catherine was cosplaying as Elena and had that kiss with Damon outside the door. It's like, fuck, this man cannot get like a real kiss that is not traumatic and like based on a full just like not being present and actually being able to even see what is going on around you, or even be able to differentiate between what is happening and what isn't. It's fucked.
Yeah. Well, and it really sucks too, because it's like saying the 11th hour doesn't even feel like it's appropriate. Homeboy is like,
yeah,
it is it is that moment where there are like 2 seconds to midnight kind of thing. Like you are fading here, and he is finally realizing
he's on death's door. He's on his way to Death Town, USA.
Yeah, like he is finally recognizing like I made the wrong choice. Like, please tell Stefan I'm sorry.
Yeah. And
also that and finally telling her, which like she already knew and he has already said, but like I love you, like you should know that. This was a jump scare in this moment, the Billy Joel moment, because Elena's like, I like you just the way you are, and I was like, what the did she ad-lib this? Like, what happened?
Right. Hello?
And to me, this moment where Elena kisses him did not feel romantic.
Yeah.
It felt a lot like, even though she does kiss him on the lips, it felt a lot like like when you kiss someone on the forehead to say goodbye. Like
Yeah.
it felt like a goodbye kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Which is why I felt a little bit less icky about him not having consent there. Like it felt goodbye kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
When he thanked her, I wanted to go sit in the street.
Yeah, I wanted to claw my eyes out. Absolutely.
How long do you think Catherine was listening in?
Okay, surely, presumably a long time, right? Because she walks in there and she's like, "Hey, besties, I got the cure." Like, hell yeah. Meanwhile, they're like fully, having this intimate moment here, and she's like, "Am I fucking interrupting something? Like, what the fuck is going on?"
She has the audacity to look at Elena and be like, "Are you sure you care where Stefan
was
is?"
so funny. Yeah, because literally Elena is like, pops up, it's like, "Oh, you didn't see anything. Ha ha ha. Anyway, how's my boyfriend?" And she's like, "I don't know if either of you care about it now." And then also her being like, "Hey girl, it's okay to love them both. I did too." And just like fucking mic drops and cartwheels out of there. So powerful.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It was the
It's sick and
equivalent
twisted.
of a slap on the face.
Yeah. I hate it.
And I wasn't sure with the way that this episode started. The title of the next episode confirms it. Because I wasn't sure if Elena is now the guardian
Right.
of Jeremy, right? Like, I mean, she has the title of a house as a minor, which sure, we love legal things. Or if she's just like emancipated, whatever.
Yeah.
But she isn't even 18 yet. And every surrounding potential guardian is gone. For this to happen and now Stefan is gone, to me in this moment, it felt like she was solely focused on like giving comfort to Damon in the moment and not like, "Oh hell yeah, this is my chance to finally like swoop."
Yeah.
Will that change? Maybe.
Right.
But for Catherine to come in and be like, "Hey, just so you know, it's fine if you love both of them," was just so nasty, and I love her for it so much.
It was sick and twisted.
The thing is like, seemingly, right, everything is kind of resolved. It's not, because like Damon's alive, but question mark. Jeremy can see dead people. Stefan is fucked, and is now a Ripper lackey. But like right now, people are alive.
Right.
But I'm unwell. Because where the hell do we go from here?
Yeah, we still have so much show left, which is nerve-wracking.
Yeah. I am intrigued though. It is not often that I'm excited. There's a lot of momentum still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels like we're definitely heading into some interesting places.
Yeah. I'm glad that we don't have to wait a couple of months.
Thank God.
See the premiere, where next episode Elena turns 18. This is so much to have happened before she turns 18. Jesus.
Yeah, God, bless her heart. Good Lord.
Here's the thing. Does she get the title to her house, too? Does she own multiple properties by 18?
Yeah. Elena just becomes a landlord in season 3, and it's not even like any vampire shit anymore. She just has like a normal...
She just turns them into Airbnbs. She doesn't go to college. She just makes a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
It's like an HGTV show now.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh my God, I hadn't even thought about the fact in a while of like her going to college. If that's where this goes, I'm nervous. Okay.
Yeah.
We have some amazing patrons to thank. Do you want to start us off?
Absolutely. Thank you to Sean Salvatore.
Ooh, thank you to Megan Pattinson.
Ow. Thank you to Katya Karp.
Ooh, thank you to Ashlyn Bogle.
Pew pew. Thank you to Genevieve Morgan.
Ooh, thank you to Danielle Burke.
Ow. Thank you to Janae Bennett.
Ooh, thank you to Sophia Salinger.
Ow. Thank you to Dan Zeklos.
Ooh, thank you to Emily Ozera.
Pow, pow, pow. And last but certainly not least, thank you to Jaylene Ivashkov.
Ooh. I have a fan fiction for you.
Hell yes.
This is by the author Nom, N-O-M. It is titled Complication. The note is that this is set after the season finale, As I Lay Dying. The summary is, she loved Stefan and missed him. She loved Damon, and he was right there. And there's only one chapter. It had always been easier for Stefan to love than for Damon. Stefan had more joy from it. Catherine made it clear that she loved him back. Damon loved him enough to turn with him. Lexi loved him as her partner in fun. Once he'd given some of his greater excesses. She herself had fallen for him quickly, decided she could handle that he was a vampire for love of him. People found it easy to like Stefan, to love him, much more difficult to dislike him than Damon. But Damon went ahead and, knowing it would hurt, let himself care anyway. With Catherine, foolishly. When Stefan got him to turn, with Rose, trying to help Caroline and Tyler. However unlikely it seemed, wanting to help save the people she cared about, letting himself love her. How could she not be drawn to that reckless kind of caring? The way he pushed and sniped, but kept oh so reluctantly doing more of the right things. The way he kept leaving bits of heart on his sleeve, clearly hoping not to get hurt this time, but expecting to anyway. He was there. He loved her. He wanted her to love him back, but wasn't actually expecting her to. So of course, she did. End scene.
I hate it here. Just so you know.
I also hate it here. It sucks. It sucks in this space. Friends, please send us your thoughts about season 3, your fan fictions from season 3. This is a great time to get ready and get started to jump on for season 3. And as we say here in the Pacific Northwest,
get bit.
Ooh.
Ow.
Into the Twilight is an Earbud Media production. You can follow us on Twitter at Into the Twilight or on TikTok at Into the Twilight Show. You can find me at Cody Corral on Twitter and Allie at Alexandria Does. And you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/Into the Twilight. We have merch, so much stuff. All those links are in the episode description. And make sure to rate and review us on your favorite podcast hosting platform. It really helps the show. Thanks. Bye.
You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media, audio for everyone.